Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. We just put out a reel to kind of give everybody the heads up that we're coming on. Since the reel, Mama's decided it's going to be chicken pot pie with biscuits. She went with the chicken pot pie maybe with some dressing on top, but then she decided she didn't have cranberry sauce. And so it's going to be chicken pot pie with biscuits. We get biscuits tonight. That's the big deal. I'm really happy about that. And I've got coffee, and what goes better than biscuits and coffee? First thing here is about 3 slices, thin slices of onion in this bowl. Now I'm going to use the heart of that celery. You know that leafy part that sometimes we throw away? It's not the dark green, it's the lighter, whiter green, but it's so good. And that heart of celery has got tons of flavor, and I'm using every leaf that was on it. Didn't have any bad leaves, and those are full of good flavor. Don't cheat yourself out of a good thing, because we've used this in soups and casseroles forever. My granny used to use this in soup all the time. Those leafy stalks. Granny would put celery in hers. Mama, did you put celery in your soup?
Not much.
Granny did, because I remember her doing these leaves. So this was just that little center part. So it wasn't even a one big stalk. It was all them little ones that huddle up in the middle. And like I said, that was about, let's call it 1/3 of a medium onion. And this is cream of chicken soup. And, you know, you have to have cream of some kind of soup anytime you put anything into a 9x9. Y'all didn't know that was a rule. Cream is something that has to go in everything that we cook. Cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, cream of... And you know, some recipes I've run across just simply say, add a can of cream of soup. Meaning, put whatever you want to in there. Use mushroom, use celery, use chicken. But some of them will say specifically, cream of chicken. But not every time, and I don't know about this one even. I don't know if you could substitute this one. But most of the time, if you don't have the right one that it calls for, you can usually substitute with another. But this is going to have fresh cooked chicken in it, so it might require the real deal. We may put a little water in that. Well, you're probably going to need water in this anyway, ain't you, Mama?
I've got chicken broth.
Okay. Can we safely get some chicken broth in a can? Mama's over there cooking. So we can rinse this can out with a little chicken broth, and we won't be watering it.
And I'll drain those vegetables. I don't want that juice in there.
Am I to open these for you?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not putting these in the bowl, are we?
I've got my broth over here cooked. It's chicken.
Everybody always asks me, what are you using, John, that can over there? Well, it's the greatest can we ever had. See how it's locked on there? That's how I know. And I just start twisting in this wonderful ergonomic handle. You can take a wooden spoon and stick in here.
That's enough chicken.
Oh yeah, that's great. You can take a wooden spoon and stick in here like this knife, but you can stick it in like this, and it'll turn if you have arthritis. It's wonderful for that. But you can get a whole grip on it. So this is Tupperware. If I don't mention it, somebody will say, what kind of can opener was that? And if I do mention it, somebody will say, how come you're always trying to sell us a can opener, John? I get in trouble either way, Mama.
You just stay in trouble.
I do.
There you go, sir.
All right, so this is all Mama tonight. She makes this. I've not got that all the way around. I get to talking and lost my place. She makes this all the time. Are we putting this in the microwave?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that we will. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't even thinking about that celery stuff.
Well, this can's got a dent in it.
I might have dropped it.
Did you do that on purpose, Mama?
No, I don't ever drop them on purpose. I do sometimes drop them.
I heard it click then. Sometimes when they have a dent, of course, what you're doing is you're unsealing it. You're not opening it, you're unsealing it. And when you unseal it, that lid just comes off. Well, we'll have to do a take two on this because this can's damaged. But you can see where it's cut it. But it's dented. It's dented, Mama.
Oh, I told you I might have dropped it when I was getting it out or something.
Yeah. Don't use dented cans unless you're the one that just dented it and then. Well, we talk about, we do crazy things, but this usually opens. And it is open. You're not supposed to put the juice in here, am
No.
I? It's open, but it's dented and it won't cut there. Just like any can opener, it won't cut if you're dented. But it is a good can opener if you got some good cans. Next time I try that in front of y'all, I'm going to get a can. I'm going to give it a good look at before I get on here and say it wouldn't open it, but it will open it. Mama got the lid off over there.
Yeah.
Here, let me do it. See that where you dropped it? It won't open. She crushed it on one side. But don't hold that against my can opener because it's dented can syndrome. So I'm going to put this in the microwave. This is cream of chicken soup, celery, and onions. Don't that sound familiar? You know where you will find that mixture? In your grandma's cornbread dressing. Now this is going to get some good black pepper. I love black pepper. I want a good amount of it. Now salt, not so much because that soup's got salt.
Salty and
So just a tinge. If you can add some butter. You want this in here?
well, we'll just put that in with that, pour it all in here. It don't need to cook too.
Okay. So the chicken has been cooked. So the vegetable, and this is just mixed vegetables. Vegetable, look at that can. Right there, we didn't cut because it was so smashed. But it cut all the way around. See, and there's no sharp anything. But it won't cut a dent. It won't cut a flat edge like that because it can't stop and go straight and then come back around. And Mama's, she dropped that on hard towel in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
If you drop a glass jar of pickles in there, you don't have a dent can. You have a broke jar.
You have pickle juice out.
If y'all are building a house, consider getting that rubber floor to put in your pantry. We've lost a lot of glass jars in ours. Do you want to put this in the microwave?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got you saran wrap.
Oh, we're going to saran wrap it too. Do I need to put anything else in here?
I think that's all it has to be.
This is 100% you, Mama. I don't even...
Celery and onions is the only thing that needs to be cooked. The vegetables are cooked.
Okay.
The chicken.
So we're just going to put the lid of saran wrap. What's wrong, Mom?
I forgot to turn it on after I emptied it.
Oh, the easy bag. We're just going to put a lid with some saran wrap on it. Put this in the microwave for about 8 minutes. And it will dome up. And all the goody, juice, steam will roll right back in here. Now that is already warm, but oh, it smells so good. I could eat that. Like if you take a can of creamy chicken soup and you want to make good chicken soup, throw you a little bit of chicken in here, put you some celery, salt, pepper, whatever you got, and you can make a nice hearty bowl of soup. Let's see what y'all are saying. Good evening, John and Mama. Nola had blessed everything. Has praise always. Well, thank you, Pam. Hello from North Carolina. Just don't drop the can on your toe. Well, Mama didn't hit her toe.
I have done that before.
But we have done that before. One night, you want to hear something really crazy? We heard something fall, and pickles must have been just on the edge, and when the freezer's in there too, kicked on and off, it must have knocked the pickles off the shelf. So I hear this crash, it come through here, and lo and behold, there is a jar of pickles just laying on the floor. And they were them sweet jerkins, and you know sweet pickles have sugar. It was quite a mess at 2 a.m. But it was just what goes on. This is just veg all. Now, if you have all these vegetables, here's the thing I like about veg all, and especially for me and Mama, and some of you all who are single or just a couple of you, you would like this too. If I were to make this without veg all, you would have to open up a can of carrots, a can of peas, a can of potatoes, a can of celery, it would be several cans, and you'd have to use half of it here. It just turns into a mess. That's one thing that we get in trouble with here all the time. Like if we make chili or soup, well, you're going to put a can of this and a can. Before you know it, you've got enough soup for an army. And
yes, we do end up with the army soup.
So veg all, you get a little of all the vegetables you want, but you don't have to eat it for 3 days. This will be good for tonight. It'll be about 4 servings, and we'll eat a couple tonight. We'll have some for lunch. Isn't that good? I'm going to talk about, usually I don't do this, but that kraut casserole that we fixed last night. Go back and look at that video. That was good. I heated up a little bit for lunch today. It was good today. It was just as good. So if you've seen that and you was wondering, did it hold well? Mm-hmm, it did. That smoked sausage had taken up some of that sauerkraut juice. I don't normally say this about leftovers, folks, but it was better today than it was last night. And that's not the norm for me, is it, Mama?
No, it's sure.
Let's go over here and let Mama show y'all these biscuits she's making.
Oh, I'm not fixing fancy biscuits. I'm just doing. I put 2 tablespoons of butter, got a cup or so of flour.
Now, the butter she put in it was cold out of the refrigerator, not melted, nothing else, and not even room temperature butter. She used cold butter so that she would get those little pea size.
You see them in there.
Yeah. Some people even put their flour in the freezer. We don't go that far, but we do use cold products, cold buttermilk, cold butter when you're making a biscuit. Mama didn't mean to leave y'all.
Yeah, I did. It's funny.
Yes, she did. She said, I'm going to sit over here and drink coffee. Oh, that coffee is so good. Now this biscuits is just going to go, the dough is just going to make a topper here. We're not doing a crust. So this is just kind of like you used to have in school. Did you use frozen biscuits at school?
We used to make our biscuits and spoon them out on it. Then we got more fancy. We got frozen biscuits, and we used those a lot.
That sure was good.
But most of the time, all in the beginning, we made biscuits.
Back in the day.
Back in the olden days.
Now they'll stay a little soft on the bottom, but it's not like baking biscuits.
No.
You can use canned, prepared biscuits in this if you want to. You could use frozen biscuits in this if you wanted to.
I have used the Pillsbury frozen.
Pillsbury frozen or whatever brand you're used to. All that's good stuff.
See, I need to get my scoop and we need to mix. I put that on
8 minutes.
4 minutes. That's all I put.
It's domed up. She'll be back in a minute, folks. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm behind the camera today, and I am drinking coffee. I'll get that when it comes
I
down.
only think it's 4 minutes.
It's 1 minute coming though.
But it'll bake.
It'll bake. It's all done. It's just soup. It just has to.
Celery and onions is something just to get done.
And it's that harder celery. It ain't like big old hard chunks or
No.
nothing. And you know, for me, if they do come out a little crunchy in that, I don't mind the crunchy celery.
Nothing like that. Chicken's good and tender and done.
Yeah.
Pieces and
Chicken's here, right here, ready to go. Back. You gonna spray that or anything?
when they do.
So we are going to give it a little spray. There's probably enough broth and grease you wouldn't have to. But hold that over the sink, Mama. We don't want to fall don't want no falling on those thick floors, please. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We've got a bowl of cooked meat. I'll tell you. Close you up. Bring this over. Now, just for simplicity's sake, I got y'all low to the ground. Sorry. Oh, I can smell the celery. This is hot.
Yeah, it's cooked, honey.
She's so sympathetic. Don't touch your saran wrap when you do this. It ain't going to work out well for you.
You'll burn your fingers if you ain't.
And what happens is when you raise it up, the steam comes right out, full force pressure, where your finger just went in there. Okay, so for simplicity's sake, I'm going to pour this hot mixture in this other mixture.
We're going to have to put a little cornstarch in there.
Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to scrape it all out real good. Don't want to miss any of that goodie, folks. Now, is this your grandmama's maybe? Maybe not. Is this, delicious and going to taste great tonight? Absolutely. It's going to be delicious. But it's simple. We love simple, easy. You might want to do a little slower, Mama, but this is going to have that dough on it.
Yeah, it was so.
Let's just don't say we did.
I told you that it's soupy.
Yeah, we love soupy.
Okay. If you've got it mixed, it'll go in there.
Okay, so here's step 32 of this quick and easy process. So here is our little 9x9. And if this don't all go in there, I'll just eat it tomorrow's soup. I mean, honest, it would be a delicious soup. But it all went, darn it. It went. No soup for me. Okay, that's hot. Probably now. Okay, so there we have our filling. It is loose, but you've got to imagine you're going to have about 9 biscuits on top of it that will absorb some of that goodie. There will be some displacement.
That thing over here.
There will be a little bit of displacement when she does it, so be careful. These are just little scoops of dough. It's going to turn into little biscuits.
They might not turn into biscuits. They may turn into dumplings as juicy as that is.
Mama, that's going to be full. That displacement.
I ain't going to have enough biscuits.
Yeah, you are, because we're going to take what you got, because that's rising up to the occasion, and we're all the way up to the ledge. You got one more in there? Now remember, these are thick. It's not, they're going to rise and come up. You might want to put your sheet pan into this one.
I will.
Let's call that a done deal. If you had a little bit bigger pan, or I should have left a little bit of that out for this displacement.
Yeah, we should have.
But, oh well, we did it so you don't have to. How's that sound? Now y'all know how to do it right. This is probably going to ooze out a little bit. We're going to put the sheet pan in there just to make sure we got it settled.
Don't get it out.
It's not hot now. Yup, here we go. You want to put parchment on that?
No, here.
Okay.
turn your
I
hand.
just say, I better turn this the other way because that,
That's the good one.
and that Easy Bake is that sensitive. Sometimes we found we can put stuff in there kind of cattywampus and it'll go. And if you don't, it won't. Now folks, the name of the game tonight, and most every night, is Quick and Easy Supper. Get her done. Get that, and that may be some slogan. I didn't mean to infringe upon. I'm so nervous about saying the wrong things all the time. Because they'll send you notices and say, so if that's a copyright, I borrowed it. It belongs to somebody else, but get the job done. How's that sound? Get the job done, get the supper on the table, enjoy it. Don't rush that part and use that part. I was watching someone the other day and they said, it should be a law. It should be a law that it don't take any longer to cook it than it does to eat it. Because you'll spend an hour cooking it, you'll spend 10 minutes eating it, and then an hour washing up. Yeah, I agree. So linger with the family. Take the moment, take the time, chat, ask them, how was school today? And that's probably a relevant question because schools have started back. Ask, how was your work today? Be interactive. That's a good thing. When I was a kid, that was just a normal thing. And inevitably, mom or dad or granny, somebody would say, how was school? And I would start telling them. It was fun, we did this, we went out, and it was interesting. To them, I'm sure, to know what I'd done during the day. And then Dad would say, boy, I had a rough job today. And I would hear, and I would listen, and I would think, sometimes he does have a rough time with that stuff. So, and you would just share around the table, and you kind of know something. It's different than it used to be, and I know that, and time is, do you realize today's the 13th of August? It's already half over, folks. Mama's birthday was on the 4th. It's kind of like July and August to us. The 4th is a big day, but the 4th was just here. And now August is 13 days old. In a couple of days, we'll be sitting dead center of it. A couple of days, you'll be putting your tree up. Now, that's just the facts. And, I don't put mine up to after Thanksgiving. I'm talking about after Thanksgiving in a couple of days. September, October, November will fly by. We will be looking at New Year's in a few minutes. It just seems to me like time really is just on warp speed. It's kind of like when people put that fast forward on a video. When they're showing you how they're doing something repetitive and they put it on fast video, we don't do that because we're not that smart. I don't know how to do that fast forward thing. And I probably do the whole video turned into fast forward. And you wouldn't be able to hear a word we were saying, and it would be a big mess. But anyway, I digress. It's going fast. Take time to enjoy it. If you are so busy that you see you're just not enjoying anything with the family, you're just not feeling that feeling, put it on the calendar. If you have to, plan it. We're all going to be here on this night for supper. Y'all may not be able to do every night. Pick a night. Put it on the calendar. It's just as important as the ball game. It's just as important as whatever event happens in your life every night. Say, Thursday night we're having family night. Just name it and claim it and make sure it happens. Because you don't want to live together separately and never know what anybody's doing. And that's the time to praise your kids and praise your family. And, me and Mama do it every night. Like, We'll do it with you all most of the time. And what'd you do today, Mama? And she'll tell me. And a lot of times she'll show me, like she'll say, come out here and see what I've done today. And we go out and she shows me. I've cleaned this out in the garage. I rearranged this shelf. It could be something labor, or I planted these flowers. Or come out here, Mom's biggest thing in the beginning of the growing season, come out and look at how big my lettuce is. Come and look at these vegetables. I was out there today, and I think they've grown 3 inches. And I'm like, I love that. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's kind of like your fur babies. Take a moment and give them a good pet. Mine, I don't have to plan that. They are animals. We've raised 2 animals. You really have to be careful. They want to be right with you. And as soon as I open that porch door, they come like a herd of horses. And I have to like, oh, whoa. And they're up on me and they're... Sometimes it's fine. Other times, like if it's rainy or muddy or has been, I don't open the door until I get them calmed down. Poor old Mama don't have a chance. Mama carries a walking stick with her to the mailbox now because Oliver loves my mama. You know, he's second in the world to love her the most behind me. He would sleep with her. Like if he came in this house to live, she couldn't have peace. He would be in her chair. He can't stay away from you, can you, Mama?
He's on my feet 99% of the time.
Oh, worse than that. It's 100%. Only the 1% he's not is when she says, "Come on, honey, move over. Let me walk." He comes in now because Mama is not my mama, his mama, Abby. She's getting well, let's just say it this way. She's either forgotten that was her baby or she tired of him. She'll run him off the food. Used to, you know, she was more protective of him, but the bigger he gets, and he's about as big as she is now, the less she sees him more as competition of attention.
She's jealous is what the correct
and
word is.
she'll like growl and bark and then he'll eat his food and then she'll eat hers and then she'll say, "Oh, if you don't want this, I'll just eat it." Sorry, you just can't hear me. Mama's making ice over here. But that's the state of affairs here.
Oh, I didn't even ask you.
I don't want that. That's
Yes,
not decaf.
Yes, it is.
Mama, is that an
I
ice
had
blue
2
picture?
decaps this time. Remember?
Is that an ice blue picture?
It's decaf.
You have trained me, Mama.
I know it. I made 2 gallons, and this is the regular, but this is a regular picture.
Mama has trained me. I only drink out of blue pitchers if it's decaf. I suspect. What's the flavor of this?
Just regular decaf.
Regular decaf.
Yeah, it ain't
I think she's tricking me because
mango
that's the right
tango
pitcher.
that I got made.
That's the church. We call that the stained glass pitcher. It's Tupperware, but it looks an awful lot like the hummingbird pitcher, which Mama says hummingbirds need energy, so they'll always have caffeine in them.
Yeah.
This new pitcher, I'm suspect. It has not been given a directive. The Y'all's white pitcher has always got a flavor in it. The Y'all's clear pitcher's always got a flavor in it.
The clear one is.
Oh, we got balloons. Did I do that? Somebody did the balloons or did I do it? Does this get balloons? Because I made that. Oh, I did balloons.
You're a smart fella.
I did that, both pictures, and when I did that, balloons popped up. Is there some fireworks, something up there? When I tell y'all I ain't into all this technology, I really mean it. Every once in a while I get a thumbs up, and I think I do that sometimes. It just floats up in a bubble. I didn't get one then. So Mama says this is, well, Mama, I'm interested to know we got 2 decafs. That's a good thing.
Well, we're just about out of that other one. The other one's right. You'll be right on.
I gotta tell y'all, in all honesty, of y'all's tea, I do love me some peach and some mango tango. I love the watermelon and I love all the flavors. Mango tango and peach are definitely my favorite though. In the flavors, but when it just comes to wanting a good old glass of tea, you really cannot beat the regular tea. If I had to pick, you can only have one, John. I would pick a regular decaf because I could drink it anytime I wanted to. Because it's so good.
Yeah.
That would be my pick. How about you, Mom?
Yeah.
because we drink it for supper, the decaf. And so sometimes we don't get mango tango, or peach or any of
It's
those.
just according. Excuse me. It's a little late for
Well, it's 6:22. We can't be.
caffeine.
I'm already doing caffeine, but coffee
Yeah.
caffeine's different. It don't hurt me.
I think you're immune to it.
Honest, I don't know. Don't ask any questions. I don't know. I can drink this cup of coffee of evenings, and I drink it every evening. And it don't bother my sleep. If I drink a whole glass of mango tango or peach or watermelon or strawberries or any of those, I'd be like this. I'm going, I shouldn't have drunk it too. But it was good. What is it they call the hair of the dog? Is if you get drunk or whatever, you drink the same thing and it takes your headache away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I've heard it on movies and stuff. It's like if you get, somebody help me out. If you get, don't they say drink what you get drunk on and it will help you? I've never done that.
I've never.
But it's called the hair of the dog. And I know where the origin of the hair of the dog comes from. Yeah, I want to hear it.
I don't.
Back in the old days, this is just gross, but back in the old days, if you got bit by a dog, they would say if you put some of the hair of the dog that bit you on the wound and wrap it up, you wouldn't have any problems with it. And that's where they say the hair of the dog that bit you. So I think that's an old. I don't know. I could be making the whole drinking
Did
thing
you
up.
dream that last night? I wonder about you.
Mama's making me feel crazy. Soup, beans, and cornbread. Oh, mercy. Ashley, that sounds so good. Do you have a phone number for y'all's tea? Y'all Brands. Go to Facebook, Y'all's Brand. You got Y'all Sweet Tea and you got Y'all Brands, and that's where you can get the tea from. You also can get to their website. I'll put a link under this in comments, and you'll see the Y'all's link at the bottom. And if you buy something, if you use code JOHN at the end as a coupon, capital JOHN, you'll get 10% off everything you buy. So that's a good thing. But you can get their contact information, how to order, and all that. And I'll post the link right below this comment, right below this video in the comment. And it's in every video below the comments on our page. Some of y'all are watching us every day, but you're not following us, because I get a little list of people who are following. And I'm like, I see them on there every day, but it's not showing follow. Go to our page, Coffee Time with John and Mama. There's 181,000 or 180-some thousand. Don't like any of the others, because there are fake ones out there. They're not hacks, they're duplicates. They just take our videos and repost them and call them theirs. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's not us. I've not posted this video on YouTube, only on Facebook. So if you're watching on YouTube, somebody's making money off of our content, and you all think it's us. It ain't. It ain't us if we're on YouTube right now, because this video is not being posted to our YouTube page. We do have a YouTube page, but honest to goodness, living out here in the country, it takes sometimes 14, 15 hours for me to upload a video. I ain't got that kind of time. I'd love to have a YouTube channel. We're going to work on Instagram some. I think Facebook and Instagram are together enough now. I think we could do that. Because I've started getting messages, would you like to post this Instagram on Facebook, vice versa. So I'm going to look into that a little bit. I want to talk to my smart friends and say, hey, can we do that? They'll help me. They'll help me. Good evening, John and Mama. I don't go to YouTube. Yeah, I haven't either in a long time. Only thing I see is occasionally a video on here that come from YouTube. Cindy Lou, hi. Well, thank you, Donna, for that. Those stars. Activated star party, 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Well, thank y'all. We used to do star parties all the time, and you get that big burst at the end. That was always so neat. But thank y'all. Appreciate you. I haven't watched y'all in a while. West Tennessee. Well, Paul, we're here every day. That's another thing. People will say, John, where have y'all been? I thought y'all quit. We're here every day, Lord willing. You know, we go live every day. sometimes twice, sometimes 3. I've started doing introduction reels. Facebook likes us to do reels. I like to do reels, and some of y'all may be able to help me, but at the end of every live, there's an option that says, would you like to post this as a reel? And it'll give you just a quick little reel. And I was doing that, but none of them have sound now. They just, when I post, they don't have sound. But the reels that I generate, myself, I think they do have sound. And I just have started coming out as a reel about 5 minutes before we go live and tell you what we're going to be doing. And just really to give some of y'all who don't get notifications, that's my personal notification to y'all, is we're going to be going live in about 5 minutes and we're going to be doing this or that. And we're trying to do that before every video, but sometimes we get carried away and it's just a new habit we're going to have to develop, but we're trying to get that together. So bear with us. There's always something changing, always something new coming along. And Mama just turned the biscuits around. It appears that those biscuits have swollen up and covered that, and it's not overflowed.
It's like a pie crust instead of biscuits now.
It'll eat good, Mama. It'll eat real good. I do think it's boiling over a little bit.
It has. It's in the pan, though.
It's in the pan, so
Yes,
we're good. We're real good.
Put it in that pan, and it's saving everything.
Yeah. But that's what's going on new with us. We're just trying to start doing reels as reminders. Go to our page, Coffee Time with John and Mama. If it's got 180-some thousand of y'all, and it says followers, or does it say followers now? That's us. And if you push wherever we are on here, Coffee Time with John and Mama, or wherever it's at, while we're doing a live, and you go to our page from the live, and you hit follow, then you're definitely on the right page. I'll give y'all a minute. Kids want to do that right now. Mama, they're going to go do that. Everybody's going to run over there right quick. And
I'm going to run and do it.
And they're going to run over there right quick and do it, and they're going to come right back.
They have to go somewhere to do it.
Well, they have to go. This is on their feed. If you're not getting a notification, it's either you've turned notifications off or Facebook hasn't put you as a follower, and you just need to reaffirm it. But you can do that quite easily. Just by going to our page and simply hitting the follow, and then go down and hit that bell and let it. I think there's one of them old gnats trying to get a drink of my tea.
I don't let it. I'm glad it's after yours.
We did cut a cantaloupe the other day. But I'm going to tell you.
I have another one laying over. It's probably where it's coming from.
I'm going to be thankful because this is the only one that's drinking my tea right now that I'm seeing. It's on the side walking around. What on earth? We're going to have to live like animals with... Mama.
Help me pour it out, get you some.
No, I'll just drink with it, but I want him out of there.
With those black spots on that, I thought it was on the side.
I know. I think he. He's on there right there. Got him. He was walking around the side of my glass. I'm not sharing with gnats. I want to say this. 6:31. Oh, over there?
Yeah.
It likes 3 minutes. I want to say this, and I want to knock on wood.
No. That's my wood. I'll knock on it.
We talked about this once before, and I don't want to get like too far out on a limb. We haven't got any of them cicadas. None. By mid-August, we have always had several, not like a year of the 7th year or whatever. But that's what I call the going back to school bug. When I hear a cicada, it always meant it's almost time for school to start back. And this year, I was expecting, really, they had said it would be so loud you could hear them in your house. And we've just not had them here. Now, I've talked to several people and said we haven't either. I've listened to videos of some other people, and I hear them on their videos.
Very loud.
And I'm like, we don't have any of that. We don't even have our normal amount of cicadas yet. I haven't heard one here. Have you?
No, I ain't been outside much.
I'm out every day with the animals, and I don't hear them. Do any of y'all not having them? Anybody East Tennessee, Kentucky? How did we miss them? It was supposed to be a double year, like 2 different batches of them was hatching. I can't wait for the peach y'all has to restock. Oh, Sheila, that peach. I love peaches, and that peach tastes just like it's had a real good peach. One thing about y'all's, all their flavors, the strawberry, the watermelon. I was most leery of the watermelon. They sent it to us normally a few days early, so we can try it and show it to y'all on the day it releases. And I told them, I said, I can't wait to get hold of that watermelon. But I was thinking, I hope it don't taste like watermelon chewing gum. You know, watermelon flavorings have a distinct flavor to them. Strawberry too. But I wasn't worried about the strawberry once I tasted the watermelon, because the watermelon tastes so good. The watermelon really tastes like you've eaten a good fresh watermelon and took a sip of tea. It don't taste fake flavor. It's just wonderful. I was so surprised. Strawberry is the same way. It tastes like, I have infused water with strawberry before, and it's so good. And it tastes like tea infused with good strawberries or good watermelon. They worked hard on their flavors, and they sent them back, and they would bring them back, and they would send them back. He told the story one day on his podcast, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can tell you worked on it, because it's top notch. All their flavors are good. Oh, thank goodness that gnat didn't drink all my tea. All their flavors are very good. So, if you haven't tried them and you haven't tried the peach yet, there's a good chance it's going to be your favorite. The mango, probably your second favorite. Mama, I'll come over and get that.
I can't do it. I just don't know if the biscuits is going to be done or not.
They're brown.
They're a brown on top, but I don't know if they're going to be done in the juice.
I can get it.
It ain't heavy because it's just that.
I know, but it's awful hot.
Spilled it out, killed me.
I know. I'm afraid she's going to spill it on you. Mama's as independent as a hog on ice. We're going to call that done, because that's probably what it's going to do. But see what you're going to get, folks. Beautiful biscuits on top of beautiful hot and bubbly filling. All right, Mom, have you seat over here?
What kind of spoon did you need?
You didn't? Oh, that?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find one. Or, I tell you what, just get that ladle right there. That'll work just great. So if y'all know about the cicadas, why we didn't, thank goodness we didn't, because thank goodness we didn't, because it doesn't sound pleasant when I've heard them. But I'm just curious as to why we didn't. I waited on them. I kind of dreaded them, and I'm glad we didn't. As much as you are, I'm sure, if you didn't get them.
It needs to set before you.
Yeah, you can let yours set if you don't have somebody waiting to.
It looks like that chicken.
Oh, it's delicious.
That's enough.
But I'm just curious about them. Me and Mama went on a Saturday ride. We have switched stuff up. We went on a longer Saturday ride. Mama got to see things. She got to look at people's pretty stuff, and we had a great time. And it was just one of those.
Very relaxing and felt good.
We both was just sitting here. We had worked around here some. We had Mama's TV wasn't working just right. There wasn't nothing I wanted to watch on the internet, and it wasn't coming in right. And I said, "Would you like to just go for a ride?" And she said, "I think I would." And we just had the best time. And it wasn't humid. It wasn't. I just thought of that without even tasting it.
Oh, I must something like that.
Well, I'm definitely peppering mine. You want some pepper?
I'm hoping it's hot. Look how black you're getting it.
Love it, Mama.
You could have fixed anything and eat it with all
She
that
says that all
pepper.
the time, but it ain't true. Certain things are really good with black pepper on it, and I found them.
Show them how black it
They can
is.
see, Mama, they can see. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for providing it for us. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it. And Lord, most of all, we thank you that we're able to sit here and take it together. Lord, we have so many friends gathered here with us. We just pray for them and prayer requests for each and every one of them in their lives. Dear Lord, put a hedge of protection around their children. Put a hedge of protection around us as adults as we come and go. Watch over our country, dear Lord. Watch over this world we live in. Your blessed name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Now, I am a little excessive on pepper, but I like it. And that's just the top. That's just the top. When you stir it in, it gets all incorporated with pure goodness. Now, this is a little looser than maybe you want it.
It is a little loose.
So what you could have done, or you could still do, maybe, nah, probably not. But you could have, before you put it in your oven, if you see it's too loose to start with, make your little slurry with cold water, and cornstarch. And put it in there, and it will thicken it a little bit. Finish. I like it this thin because it's like a soup.
Soaks your biscuit up like gravy.
That's got a wonderful flavor to it. Well, I'm glad you didn't. What was it you didn't have?
Cranberry sauce to eat the dressing.
Because I don't think the other way would have been any better than this right here.
No, this is what kind of wanted with the biscuit.
Let's get down into Mama's biscuit here. Now, folks, that's as good as downtown any day. And just to get to eat a biscuit's a wonderful opportunity.
You don't get many of them, do we?
Mm-mm. I'm not sure who I would complain to, but I really don't think I get my fair share of biscuits and cornbread lately.
Well, it wasn't. Couldn't have it.
This is delicious. And heart of celery's in there, and that onion's in there. It just all blends together really well, doesn't it, Mama? It's quick and easy. Now, boy, if you're wondering what's in that kettle over there, it's some chicken we bought for the doggies. It was on super sale. And some legs. Mama pulled them up. We're going to pick them off. They don't get the bone. When they're cool, we'll pick them off and they'll get some good, hearty protein. I like them to have good, hearty protein occasionally. No, we don't buy meat and fix it often. It's not, but if they're on a super sale, and then occasionally we'll do something like that. Or if we have something in the freezer or something that's been there too long, we'll fix it too. But them babies deserve a good meal, don't they, Mom?
Yeah, they like chicken. Plain chicken, not with a bunch of stuff in it.
No, we do plain. Plain chicken, and I checked it with the vet. It's good. A friend of mine showed me a recipe, showed me a big old pot of food the other night. And it looked delicious. And I'm talking big. And he said, I'm making dog food. And I looked at it and it looked like something I would gladly eat. And when I looked at the ingredients, I would have eaten it. It was just rice and vegetables, green beans and proteins, and it looked delicious. He sent me the recipe and I thought, I never would get all that cooked.
Your daddy used to help us fix meat and stuff for his dogs.
My uncle used to go to a restaurant and get any of their old bread that they thrown out, and they would save it for him separate. And he would give it to them, and he said it helped. The yeast in it helped with fleas and ticks. This was his hunting dogs. So there's some good properties in all of it. Mama, this is delicious.
I know it. It's hitting the spot.
It's not like winter hot. I mean, it's hot, but I mean, mashed potatoes and steak, it's hot. So this is just a good down-home comfort food.
Yeah.
We've hit good notes 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see what you're gonna fix me tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait either. I'm telling. That
Anything
kraut and potatoes and corn and everything last night. I was sure doubting it.
You liked it though, didn't you?
It
Did you eat any of it today?
No,
I did. It was good.
it was. I was totally shocked, but I had my mind made up. I wasn't gonna like it, and I wasn't gonna.
Sometimes I just have to force feed her stuff. Mommy, anything else you want to add?
Mm-mm.
Well, say the magic words.
Good
night, Mama. Y'all have a blessed night. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow, and who knows, we might cook again.
Bye-bye.
See y'all. Bye-bye.